Hey everyone, it's BDevine. I just got home from the shopping center, so making this video for you guys. Just thought that I would pop in and say hi. I'm going to do I decided to do a Domino Angels card reading for us, okay? So you can choose number 1 or number 2 and we will see what comes up. I hope that you're happy and well wherever you are. The energies are crazy right now, so if you haven't been able to sleep and you've been heating up or you've been feeling like a little bit all over the place, okay, try my Archangel Michael Shield of Protection. But also remember that you are going through upgrades and attunements, cleansing, purging kind of energy, and so is the earth. And the Schumann resonance of the earth has been extremely peaking. And so no wonder we're all over the place. We're getting kind of battered from all areas, you know, the media and just craziness around us and the general fear kind of energy that's out there. But a lot of you are also just switching all of that off, which is fantastic. So today I wanted to do the Domino Angels cards. If you are ordering anything from my crystal store, just keep in mind that it's coming from Australia. So if you live in Australia, it's not so bad. But overseas stuff trying to send to you guys, it's been ridiculously long. So unless you're buying like International Express, which costs you more than the actual products. So our free shipping service is just normal shipping service. And it just seems to take forever. Sometimes it takes 4 to 6 weeks anyway, and it's been taking longer. So just keep that in mind. I am trying to get eventually all of my things here, but if you are ordering something from the crystal store, just make sure that you keep that in mind. Okay, number 1, let's have a look. All right, I'm going to close my eyes, and I'm just calling in my higher self, source energy, my light team. I'm giving permission for them to work through me and bring beautiful messages for you guys. Tuning into my intuition, of course, and awakening all the senses and activating strong spiritual energy as well. Protective energy is already there. And we give thanks, and so it is. Okay, number 1. Virtue, the angel of Leo. Now, I'm also holding my webinar this Saturday. This is something that is going to be about 3.5 hours long. And we are working with 12 different sets of angels, and there's a few other ones as well that I want to bring in. Ascended Masters, attunements, and activation code from Archangel Metatron to bring us right up in vibration. So this is going to be kind of cool as well. So if you want to be involved in that, and I recommend that you are, because you're going to learn so much, click the link below to register, because it's going to be on Saturday. So I want you to be there. All right, so Archangel Virtue is also the angel for Leo, or July. So this is coming up next month as well. So Virtue is the bringer of surprise. This week, you will more than likely receive new things, new clothes, jewelry, or things you've wanted, but you haven't gotten around to getting. So this is a gift from someone else. You'll be amazed at the thoughtfulness of the gifts. This is not something that you were necessarily expecting to receive. It could also indicate that you have been meaning to get something for a certain someone. So this reminds you, okay, now that you've got this validation, it's time to get it. Thank you, Archangel Virtue, lighting a gold candle to connect traditionally. You don't have to light a gold candle. You can just light an ordinary candle and dedicate it to Virtue. Virtue. So Virtue is the bringer of surprise. This is a golden yellow color, the connection with that for you. And Virtue works very, very quickly, bringing law and order as well. This is an angel that is very connected with justice, okay? And maybe something inside of you is annoyed when it doesn't seem like justice is being done, or someone seems to be getting away with something, or why can't people see that that person is full of it, or whatever it is. You may be very, very connected to, you know, justice and having justice done. And there's this energy around that of remembering that divine justice is always occurring. So it may not be exactly how you wanted it to be. It may not be in the timing that you would like. You know, it may not be something that, you see, you know, for yourself, but we always have to trust that, you know, divine justice is done, okay? And virtual, again, the energy is very fast moving. So you may also feel like you have to get things done, and you may be rushing around a little bit, or have been, you know, kind of like racing around. And the energy is just to remember, again, divine timing is in play. So I want to read to you a little bit about virtual from my book, if I can find it right here. All right. The Angelic Guidance book. Okay. Now, virtual. There we go. Oh, I came right to it here. So, all right. So it says here, Virtual's a very interesting angel who brings the element of surprise. And you may have made a request a long time ago, a wish that you've never felt was answered. Perhaps you even had a strange but very real dream. Virtual asks, hang on a minute. I can't read my own thing. Okay, Virtual is an angel who brings answers to prayer from long ago and surprises you. You may have totally forgotten ideas that you had, plans that you made, or even dreams that you once held dear. It's surprising how many people give up on their life plans, believe they are too old, too fat, too thin, too ugly, or not confident enough to see things through. So Virtual asks you to see yourself succeeding at all times, but be sure it is something that you really want to pursue, right? It's no good saying that you would love to be a pilot if you're afraid of heights. It's time to, or you wear glasses or something. It's time to really look at issues and goals in your life and really evaluate what you really want to achieve. Remember, with anything that you choose, don't be surprised if it actually works out. In fact, we should really hold intention for things actually working out for us, right? I remember a long time ago, I would always say, oh yeah, well, that will never happen. Oh, big dreams, well, that only happens to other people, or, I'm never going to have anything, or I'm never going to do it. It's just too hard, and I don't see how it's going to happen. I used to always be that way. Like, always worrying about everything, years ago. I was just talking to my son Corey about it. And I'm saying, when you were kids, I used to be rubbing pennies together, and trying to figure out what we were going to do. But somehow we always came through. But me trying to figure it out was probably blocking, the result for me, just keeping it out of my reach that little bit longer. But yeah, so I used to always be thinking that only good things happen to other people, and that I must have been terribly punished somehow, or just have bad luck. And I'd give right into it, not even realizing what I'm programming into my life, right? So anyway, don't be surprised if things actually start to work out. Virtual will also bring other types of surprises, like a way out of a current problem, a new lover, an old friend, a surprise call from a loved one. It may even be special flowers at the door. Whatever it is for you, be sure that you can begin to accept good things coming your way. Time to really begin to believe in yourself and your ability to do anything in your life. So if you chose number one, it's like time is going to speed up. You have all of the power of the universe behind you. You have the angel Virtual, the bringer of surprise, like showing you. Like maybe you could say, I'm open to receiving signs, I'm open to seeing, I'm now ready to receive, open for opportunities, whatever it is. And then hold an expectation of that taking place, and believe in yourself, And it's amazing that some of these angels, like there's so many that are in my book, and also there's so many more than that are helpers in different ways, and more and more and more. There are thousands of different names, of course. You don't have to remember the names, okay? All you need to say is, look, I'm looking for the right angel for this situation, and just be open about what that situation is. Oftentimes people don't call on the angels because they don't know what the heck name to call, because there's so many, isn't there, right? So, and there's thousands and thousands and thousands of documented angels as well, would you believe? But getting to know them, really starting to talk to them and have them working in our life, especially now, where we need unconditional love and support more than ever, I guess, and we need miracles happening, and we're able to create them for ourselves, just like my logo is. The thing is, anything can happen, all right? Things are going to come out of the woodwork. Things are going to surprise us, and on larger scales as well. I mean, we would never have thought, that we would all be sitting in lockdown, and that happened, right? So just be open now. You've seen it. You've seen all kinds of things take place. So just be open to the next phase beginning, and that you're being activated right now, and lifted in your abilities and your knowledge and your wisdom. You're being activated to move forward in the right way that feels right for you, of course, and that everything will be provided along the way. All you've got to do is trust, okay? So thank you for listening, number 1. Some people choose number 2 as well, so this is what we're doing, number 2 now, okay? Okay, the angel for June. And if you haven't seen it, my article's up for June at my website. Okay, Archangel Muriel. Interesting. So, Archangel Muriel is with you, protecting your home right now. There could have been thieves in the area, or you could have just been a victim of someone stealing something from you, okay? Whatever it is, where you feel unsafe, please ask the angels to stand guard at your home, every window, every doorway, around the perimeter, around your car, around your street, around the neighborhood, around your whole state, around the whole country, around the world. Okay, have that process in your mind. You may also be losing things or becoming forgetful. A little bit forgetful. This will pass, okay? A lot of that has to do with the energy coming up for retrogrades as well. A person of authority or in uniform may visit your home. That's just something to look out for. That's just a sign. You might even see something parked out on the road. It's just a sign that you're on the right track. It may not happen, but just be open to it. So an angel of cycles, Muriel, asks you to remember that good always replaces the bad. It always happens, right? So thank you, Archangel Muriel. And you can light a blue candle connecting with her. And she is actually very, very connected to Archangel Michael. Of course, and Archangel Michael has been really pushing his energy forward lately, really making himself known again. And bringing in new energy, new light, new codes, new information. I'm trying to keep up with him, with the blue shielding of light and permanent protection. Hallelujah. Now we've got this permanent protection around us, and nothing can get to us. We can do anything we want. We just got to go forward with it. And it's another belief thing. You have to believe in these things too. All right, so let me just read this to you. Muriel. Okay. What's the number here? 3, 5? Oh, 5, 3. Doesn't make any sense. Muriel. It's backwards. Okay. Cycles. Let me read you this message from my book. All right. Every moment in our life is a cycle. We've had sequences of events that have led us to where we are today. Sometimes in our lives, we felt like everything was going wrong. We felt it, and in turn began to see everything turning in a downward motion over and again. However, sooner or later, we take our minds off of our problems for just a moment and we relax, laugh, sing, and become joyful. And it's those moments everything shifts. The great wheel of life stretches a notch and we are spun into the next life phase. Whatever's going on in your life right at this moment, good or bad, happy or sad, there are moments that your soul is remembering and asking you to appreciate, understand that it all happens for reasons that benefit you as a soul. Maybe not benefit you on the physical level of existence, but you on your soul journey, because that's what matters. Okay, every moment is important. Look at your life 10 years ago. Did you know where you were heading? Were you pleased in your life, or were you dreading the future? Here you are today as a testament to the future. You made it through the cycles. You changed everything when you feared the end of everything. You learned to recognize every day is worthwhile for your soul. Change comes, and before you know it, you've changed as well. Okay. So, Archangel Muriel, bringing you the reassurance that you are always on a soul path, okay? The idea is that we remember what the path or the blueprint is of our life, and we start to activate this in different areas. And so what happens is that when we're about 4 or 5 years old, our angels and guides and everybody tend to move back slightly, a little bit out of our reach, a little bit more, so that they're not influencing our future and our life direction. We need to be in a place of totally not knowing. Like when we're little, we totally don't know where we're heading and what we're doing, what the heck's going on, and who to call on and who to ask for assistance or whatever, unless our parents were there praying with us or whatever in that way. But even that was kind of fearful as well. So long story short, you are here to acknowledge your blueprint and get into remembrance of who you are as a soul. Now, when you know who you are as a soul and you've, really, really discovered it, and you've looked at yourself, most importantly, acknowledged and accepted yourself for who you are and where you're going and where you're headed, etc. Once you can do those things, then the blueprint unfolds really easily, and you begin to remember who you are as a light being. You begin to remember where you've been, right? Some of you even remember other dimensional parallel lifetimes, which, is going on in our time, that there's other things going on, other lifetimes, etc. That's a whole nother story. That can get really big and messy, but I can explain that sometime. So, if you are really, really focused on yourself, empowerment, and moving forward, you will find, that your blueprint of life, I feel like I'm going to hiccup, and that's why I'm stopping. I also don't want to burp. Hiccup, just burp all over the camera. But anyway, so what you will find is that your lifestyle and everything that you do, your spiritual journey becomes your way of life. It has no choice. And, no longer are you keeping it all hidden. You just don't really care what anyone thinks. And it's so freeing to do that. Let me tell you, it's so freeing, that you don't have to explain yourself to anybody. And off you go on your own little journey. And we all kind of need to get to this point. And so the energy of Muriel is helping you to recognize this is a cycle. This is what I can do to change it, or repetitive behavior, or abusive patterns, or trauma, or whatever it is. I can recognize it, acknowledge it, and then I'm able to move forward on my path because I've done those things, And it's very, very important to do this. So every moment in your life is important, and it's shaping you and leads you to where you are now. And you have to understand that we are protected, especially when we ask for it. Well, we were protected on a natural level anyway, but when we ask for it and we do the work, then it has no choice but to fall into place for us. Okay. So number 2, energy of Muriel, which is the angel of June. Happy birthday to anyone who's having a birthday in June. I know it was my grandmother's birthday in June, and she'd always tell you as well exactly the date. So just in case you forgot from last time you saw her, you know, don't forget my birthday's June 23rd. Okay, Grandma, we get it, you know. So that's funny that she's around a little bit now. But yeah, happy birthday to anyone having a June birthday. Join me on Patreon, $5, and you get extra videos and supporting us to be able to one day open up our healing sanctuary for animals and people, a retreat somewhere, which will be awesome. And animals that would ordinarily be killed off, we want to rehabilitate and rehome. Anyway, we want to do everything that we can. So thank you for joining me on Patreon. Look for the links below for the webinar on Saturday. I'm like, what the hell, links below? What links below? The links below in the description box for Saturday. And I'll be going live again soon. And what else can we do? We'll probably do another channeling session, perhaps, just doing a question and answer time. And my husband will be there as well, which will be awesome because he always makes me laugh. So, and I make him laugh apparently. So it's all good. So I want you guys to stay safe and stay strong and keep empowering yourself and trust in things turning around for all of us for the better. And until the next time, lots of love, many blessings. Bye for now. Bye.